Okay, so I don't see a lot of people really using Groot right, or like they don't really understand how his like walls work or anything like that, and how to really use him to his like fullest potential. So I'm just gonna kind of go through how he works, just the basics of him, and how you can like capitalize on like damage and get the most use out of him. So first, what I see a lot of people not really doing, they're not using the little walls here properly. Now, if you don't know that the little walls, anytime you on a flat surface, so it's not on the side. If they're on the side of it, it won't do anything. But if you hit them, the wall attacks as well, and it does, a crazy damage. So you kind of like set these up either behind the opponent when you're in the middle of a fight. Just drop it right behind them, blocks them off from the healers, free damage. Or you can place them like on an entry point that people like to go through a lot or something on the side. They walk through, you hit them, they get hit by the walls regardless. So and also a lot of people, I don't know, they just don't really pay attention to them. I think a lot of people just don't understand that Groot's walls hit you, so you have to really be careful of those. But then the biggest thing I see is no one ever shoots his big wall. So this wall, unlike the little ones they break super easily. A few shots they break, but the big wall, it takes majority of the damage. It takes a couple shots to break. It's very durable, but Groot has a lot of survivability. He only has 850 HP, but with this wall alone, he can get up to 1100 max. And the way you do that is anytime you're near the wall and you do damage to an opponent, you get shield. I'm already at 930, 970, 1010, And anytime your teammates are around the wall too and they're dealing damage to enemies, you also get shield as well. So you and your teammates, as long as you're near the wall, you get shield for doing damage. So you can just consistently get HP non-stop and stack it up. And a lot of people don't notice that. So when you're in the middle of like a team fight, on point or whatever, you can either use it to like block off, people from their healers or whatever. That was a terrible wall. But you can just use it to block off because it takes a lot longer to break the wall. Unlike if you place this behind them and the rest of their team's behind them, this wall is probably gonna break super quickly. But the big wall on the flat sides, it doesn't attack back. It's just a stationary wall, but it does give you shield. And I'm pretty sure it gets the wall itself gets a little bit more durable too, as long as you're dealing damage. It's not really that big of a difference. I could be wrong about that. It might not even. It might just feel like it. But yeah. So anytime you're in a fight, you can just place it behind someone, block them off from the heels. You know, easy way to isolate them and kill them. You get shield, easy. Or, you're the last one on point, you're just buying to stall time for your team to get back or something. As you're backing off, place, the wall down, hide behind it. They swing around you, peek. You're consistently giving yourself more HP doing that. Or you can place the wall down. Like, you could trap someone with the wall here, cutting them off. And then, putting like a wall on the side, so if they try to go one way, you hit them, the wall does damage to them, you get shield, they just can't do anything, they're dead. And with his grenade, I don't really see people using it right. They just kind of like throw it at people to end, kind of start the fight, and then they just attack them like info. There's no point in really doing that. Because, like, yeah, the grenade does a lot of damage, but typically you would use it, like, if someone's low and they start running away, right, backing off. You throw the grenade to catch up to them. and then you can just finish him off. So you get one of their healers low or something, DPS, he's like, you know, fleeing back, trying to get away from you. Throw your grenade at them, they're dead. And if not, you know, you might get lucky, but you know, it has little pellets that bounce off and do damage. Not a lot, but you know, they're going HP trying to get away, or as you're in the middle of a fight, you know, you can just throw it. You know, it is a, you know, it's a good little combo. You can mix it in there. But yeah, I don't see enough people though, with any character in general, especially tanks in particular. Certain tanks, some you can't with, but they don't combo their melee. I don't get it. So when you attack them, instead of doing a melee attack, they just keep holding one button. But you can primary fire, melee, and just do it over and over. And you do more and more damage that way. And like the faster you spam it too, you kind of like glitch it out a little bit and get like an animation cancel. So like right there, that was a primary and melee attack like at the same time. Did half this guy's health. Very good. You do that with the grenade, like the combos are insane. You know, and add that with the walls or whatever. And also just his Groot's melee attack in general too is really good, because the final hit here launches them up and they kind of get, it's kind of like a stun, right? They can't do anything in there, they're just floating there. So you can kind of like launch them up and then they're free for the whole team to get, because they can't defend themselves. Unless if like, you know, they're a Psylocke or something like that. Somebody has mobility, they can just get themselves out anyway. Yeah, so next is Groot's ultimate. I don't see a lot of people using his ultimate right. They always try to like dive bomb the team. You don't really have to do that. It has a decent range to it. You know, so you can do a little bit further out and it will hit them. You know, like 5 meters out, it will hit your opponent. But what I also don't think a lot of people know about his ult is wherever you're looking is where it's gonna hit. So if I'm looking right here, right, I get sucked into that one. Double kill! And I don't think a lot of people know that. Because whenever I see a Groot, you know, he just comes up to the enemies, you know, walling people off or whatever, all right. That's just kind of it, right? They try to dive bomb the team, get right up and close to him, and they just end up dying. Nobody capitalizes with him, you know, and maybe one person dies in the ult, but you get like no value out of that at all. It's pretty bad. Or like they'll like have a wall up or something and have like one person here, and then they'll ult, right? Like it doesn't connect. You can't do it like when people are behind your own walls. It doesn't work that way. And what you can do though is with the walls, like if they're like they move around your walls or something, it's wherever your crosshair is. So you can actually look off to the side and launch, and it will grab them. Like right, I hit it right here. Even that guy all the way down there still got hit by the wall. Double kill! So you just want to like avoid if you have any walls, you know, or like just the map, right? They go around just natural cover from the map. Don't ult like in front of it or like on the corner. It's not gonna hit them. You have to hit it behind the wall. And the range for this is pretty decent. I mean, you can do it from pretty far. Double kill! I think it's kind of like a grenade launcher in a way. Like 30 meters out, you just kind of aim up a little bit, and it hits. Right. So you can fire your ult from pretty, you know, decent distance, you probably shouldn't be trying to hit a cross map Groot alt, but you could. But like you could play back like 20, 15 meters, throw your alt right down in the middle of the, right in the center of them all. They get thrown in. And easy. And what I like to do with my alt too, is the grenade is like really good for it. So when you hit them with the alt, you can move instantly. And the damage off the grenade gets majority of like the healers and DPS low enough to where they just kind of die naturally. Because the alt does continuous damage as long as they're in it. But you can animation cancel the grenade into just a normal attack as long as you're just spamming it. It's not like super quick or anything, but like, yeah, I mean, even normally, it's kind of like the melee. You can do both at the same time, right there. It's not like as fast, but still, more damage guarantees a kill. Like, why would you not do it? And what you could do too, I guess, is you could throw down a wall, place a wall behind them, so the wall hits them as well. You're just stacking damage continuously. And also, this is just a really niche thing, but it's not really that important. But you can with the small walls, you can angle them. So you sometimes, like during a team fight, you kill 3 or 4 of them or something. They'll kind of back off, try to reset or so. Especially if someone's playing high ground, they kind of back off, or like they're really low, right? You can angle the walls. You just press your whatever your button is. I'm on PlayStation, so it's just L1. But you just press your, you just angle it, and it builds like a staircase. And you press it 2 times, it auto latches on, and you can literally crank in this game. 3 times, you can have 3 walls stacked. So usually what I do sometimes is very niche. It doesn't really do anything or affect the game. But like, like an Iron Man might try to fly out, from like a higher spot through a doorway or something, get back with his team, reset. So I'll just build 2 walls or something. Me and someone else will push up here. Like a Black Panther or something. He'll come up, dash off, chase him down. I try to snipe him. Very simple, because especially as Groot, you don't want to like chase that guy. Right, so you can just build up, get maybe a cheeky shot or something on him, get the kill or whatever. But yeah, another thing is the range on his normal primary fire. A lot of people I don't think they really understand the range of it. 20 meters out is as far as you can hit. Like, you don't have to be, close quarter combat like a lot of the guys, a lot of the tanks. Right, like 25 meters out, it doesn't connect. Like, what, 22, 23 meters doesn't. It has to be 20 meters exact to hit. But also, with his walls, don't use the little walls though to block off like entry points, because the walls will be destroyed like instantly. Use the big wall to block off like main entry points, but like, you gotta remember, the wall heals you. It gives you extra shield, brings you up to 1100 HP maximum from 850 with the shield alone. So like, you don't want to use it all the way over here, block off a point so they can't get to you, and they have to waste a little bit of time destroying it, and you're playing back here. They're gonna destroy the wall. It's gonna go on cooldown. You're gonna be taking damage. it's just not. There's just no point, right? So like instead, like maybe like depending on like the doorway, you know, you could like sneak the wall, you know, up against the wall or something, so that when they walk down, you hit them. The wall attacks them, obviously. But you kind of want to like save the wall for like closer fights, right? Like, you know, I'm playing up, like I'm kind of pushing or something, right? I can angle it, block off the right side, push up, consistently healing myself because, you know, I'm going forward, right? So the people on the right side can't hit me no more, but I can still deal damage, shield myself, and move forward. I'm not blocking myself and my team off. Because, if anyone's ever played Siege before, because that's a game I'm really big into, if you've played the game and you're familiar with it, you should know the operator of Castle. He, you know, has barricades, he blocks off windows, doorways, and stuff, and you, and with that operator in that game, you don't want to block off main, like, doorways that people consistently go through, right? Because if you do that, you're kind of screwing your whole team over. So, like, as Groot, you don't want to block off, you know, your teammate, like, you know, like my teammates over there on the, you know, fighting one or two people or fighting somebody, right? And then I just put my wall down, blocks him off. He can't get healed. We can't help him. He's just dead. He's screwed. You know, or, you know, like, oh, you know, they're Captain America or something, right? They're Venom as well, whatever it is, right? Winter Soldier, and I throw a wall down, and now and we can't hit him now. My teammates can't kill him because I just blocked their line of sight off of whoever it was. So now that guy is fully healed, and who knows? He might have his ult. He pops that, you know, it's over, bruh. Because you just made a bad play with their wall. So just be kind of like mindful with the walls. And then, especially if you're playing payload maps, the payload will instantly destroy any Groot wall. The big wall right here, it will immediately break as soon as that thing touches it. So kind of like avoid playing Groot on those maps. Like he's not bad on payloads, but the payload itself does screw Groot over a lot. Or maybe like initially, if you're defending, right, when they have to capture the first point, they play Groot there, sure. You know, and if you die, you have your ability, whatever, come back, use it, blah, blah, blah. But then you want to switch off. Until, like, maybe they get down to, like, the final point at, like, your spawn room, you hold them off, you're defending them. Maybe you switch back to Groot, because then you can just block them off, contest for the entire game. But yeah, so that's kind of my, you know, little guide tutorial on how to play Groot. So, you know, if you've learned anything new from this, you know, or, you know, on how to use his walls properly, or, you know, how to do more damage and really maximize on it, or, you know, you've never played Groot, you never looked at him, or you try to get into him and you just don't really understand the abilities, you know, I kind of just, this video kind of helped you kind of get a basic understanding of him. You know, just make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.